Hey, what's up, Fresh Squad? Back again with another video talking about one of the oldest fragrances that I know of, and one of the oldest fragrances that people always talk about in the fragrance community. You guys seen the title, you most likely know what it is. That's why you're on this video, and we're gonna break down this fragrance today, see what's in there, talk about its relevance in today's community, in the world, and why it's hated so much as well. Before I do that though, I need you to do a few things for me. Gotta like the video, subscribe, comment, share, all the good stuff. And I'm gonna wait a few seconds while you do that. All right, I know you subscribed. Thank you. So let's get into the video. So if you're not familiar with the fragrance, this is what it looks like. It's Nautica Voyage. And it's nice, decent. It's cheaply made these days. I got one of the newer bottles, so the cork, or the cap, I should say, is plastic. So not really much going on for it these days. I heard it used to be metal, but I guess they're cutting costs even more, as they do with everything these days. And still solid bottle, got some weight to it, and it's a really decent looking fragrance. I love the color blue, so anywhere you can kind of put this bottle and it kind of fits in neatly. But Nautica Voyage, let's talk about it for a second. Is it as bad as they say it is? No, it's not. And this is a issue that a lot of fragrance reviewers have, and that is recommending fragrances that they themselves love and would wear, and only them. It's like sometimes they forget that we review fragrances and recommend to you guys based on what other people like. So I have fragrances that I love that people generally don't like. I don't really recommend those fragrances, and if I do, I will let you know. But some fragrance reviewers, just because they don't like it, they automatically don't want to recommend it or hate on it or whatever you want to call it. But this is one of those fragrances that are hated on, and really it's only hated because I think this was more made for a female's nose. A woman's nose is gonna appreciate this fragrance a lot more, because I have heard a lot of compliments from this fragrance. Not me personally, I've only gotten like one. I haven't really worn this. As you can see, it's still new. I've worn this maybe 3 times so far, and that's a big maybe. So I'm not recommending it today. We're just talking about its smell. It does smell like that salty cucumber that people always say it does, but I think that's a male nose perspective. Women love it. I haven't heard any women call it that, a salty cucumber, but it is an aquatic fragrance, so it is going to be a bit salty. It has some citrus notes in there, so it is sweet. Got a bit of a sharp smell to it as well, based off that citrus. So it's sweet, salty, nice fragrance to have. It's very cheap. $20 for this bad boy. $20. So I don't know what people expected it to do, but I think we've gotten a bit too comfortable with expecting too much from cheap fragrances. Thanks to these Arabian houses, they've been amping up the quality of cheap fragrances and scent profiles. So fragrances like Nautica Voyage have gotten looked down on greatly. Would I recommend you buying this? I say go smell it. See for yourself. I say for $20, it's not bad. You'll smell fresh, you smell clean, and you will get compliments. And this is something good to start off your collection with, because it's very basic. It'll get you compliments, and it's only $20. You know what I'm saying? It's $20, very cheap. If you can't afford $20 on a fragrance, you shouldn't be watching this video. You shouldn't be trying to get fragrances, get into the fragrance life. You should just work on getting your money up. Like, really, get your money up. if you can't afford a $20 fragrance and regret it after. But yeah, great fragrance, performance wise. It does not last long. It's one of those $20 fragrances that you're like, yeah, I see why it's $20. And especially with the cheap cap that it has now, it's definitely $20. And it could have probably even been cheaper depending on where you get it. But, or if they wanted to really cut costs even more on this, it could be really less than $20. They could have did a cheaper bottle, I guess, maybe. And it would have been like 15, maybe even $13. But longevity wise, it's all right. It is overspray worthy. It's not going to be too cloying or too aggressive to anyone. It's going to give you a nice bubble within the first hour or two of wearing this, if you overspray, that is. And after that, it's pretty much going to be a skin scent. Skin scent meaning it is going to be sitting about yay high from your skin. So if someone's not really close to you, they won't be smelling this. And I'm talking really close, like intimate close. So Nautica Voyage, not a bad fragrance. Mr. Salty Cucumber, weird, but that's the description of this. Is it worth it in 2024? It still is, in my opinion. So cheap. Basically gets the job done, depending on who smells it. I would say get it. If you are just starting out, if you're too far into the fragrance game, meaning your past 5 fragrances or even 3, I would say you don't need this. This is more high school first fragrance type of thing. I don't think as a grown man you should be buying this unless you're down on luck and have no fragrance. Then I'd say get this. But aside from that, no. That's all for today. I think I've yapped enough about Nautica Voyage. Decent fragrance, very cheap. I would recommend getting it. It's not a wow fragrance, but I would recommend getting it to start off your fragrance collection. If you don't like it, toss that bad boy to the side or give it to someone else. But if you're over 21, I would say you should have enough fragrances now where you don't need this. So it's up to you. Your money, guys. I can't tell you what to buy, but that's just my recommendation. And I just want to thank you guys for watching this video today. Stay safe, stay fresh, and remember to like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. I do appreciate it, and we're going to keep getting these videos out. Until next time, big up.